Revelation 17, when John sees the harlot riding on the beast, he says the Spirit carried him into the wilderness, and there's this allusion here to Israel having been in the wilderness for this season while a remnant was being preserved by God. But the rest of the nation refused God's offer of mercy through the cross. And so some of these people allied with Rome. And that's where you see this connection between the beast, which we're going to see as the Roman Empire, and the harlot, which we're going to see as it was Israel at that time. And again, we remind you that we're dealing with a historical situation. There's nothing to do with the current nation of Israel. But now, as we begin this book of Revelation, this opportunity for the nation to repent and turn to God has come to an end. They've now entered this portal where the tribulation is beginning to happen, and all the things that Jesus prophesied in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13 are all going to begin to happen. This whole prophetic scenario has started during this season of 40 years and is now coming to a head in the book of Revelation. And as we move into Revelation 8 and 9, we're going to encounter a flurry of activity that I believe, and I'd like to suggest is reflective. It's the chaos reflective of the Roman invasion that begins to come upon the nation. And this was, as we go back and take a brief overview of where we've been, that in chapter 1 we learned that the book is something that was communicated through symbols, it tells us in Revelation 1:1. And let's consider the fact that these symbols had to be intelligible or comprehensible to John's target audience. If he was talking about that the locusts are helicopters, this has nothing to do with the first century churches to whom this was written to, and there's an urgency about the book. Write it, send it. They need to know. John to the 7 churches. And the words like this is going to happen quickly. It's going to happen shortly. This is about to happen. These are all words that we see in the early part of Revelation, and then later on, as the book closes in Revelation 22, don't seal the book, okay? Because they need to hear this, okay? And what a contrast from what we learned in Daniel 8 and Daniel 12, where Daniel was told, don't seal this book because it's not for your generations, for a later time. But John is told, don't seal the book because the people you're talking to, who you're addressing, they need to hear this because it pertains to them.